Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that happened on Saturday night. A guy tried to follow me home and it was a terrifying experience, but it's important for people to make this kind of videos, and as much as I love talking about makeup and fashion and all the fun dating stories, a lot of guys, friends that I have, don't really realize how scary it is to be a woman, and when they think that like, oh, those things don't really happen, or like it can't happen to you, and all of these things that I've been told before. And I've said some of these stories about 2 years ago or something about things that have happened, and now I have a new one because I tried to be a nice person and it totally backfired. So basically I was out on Saturday and it was about like 2 in the morning and I was trying to get home, so I was waiting for the bus in Oxford Street, so I was waiting for the 98 bus to get back to Edgware Road. So I was sitting at the stop and a guy comes and sits next to me and he asks me if the 6 bus goes from here to go to Maida Vale, and the 6 bus used to go from Oxford Street, but then it switched and it goes down from Piccadilly to Hyde Park and then up Hyde Park instead. So I told him that and I said, it's not that bus here anymore, but you should get the 98 like I'm going to go, because we're going the same direction and that's the only bus that goes to Maida Vale from Oxford Street now. So he sat next to me and he told me that he was from Morocco and that he was here for a pool tournament or something like that. And because I've been to Morocco, we were talking about like what I thought of Morocco and just traveling in general, and it was a good conversation. So I genuinely thought that I was just having a chat with a guy while waiting for the bus, and that was kind of that. So the bus came and we both got on the same bus and I went and sat down and he sat next to me, but we didn't talk at all while being on the bus. I was on my phone, I was just texting some friends, and that was kind of that. And then I get off the bus and I walk like around the corner towards where I live, and then I turn and I realize that this guy is following me. So like, that's Edgware Road, that's not Maida Vale at all. Like, he was supposed to stay on that bus for at least like 4 more stops to get anywhere near where he was going. So I turn around and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you following me? And he was like, I like you. And I freaked out and I was like, no, stop following me. And at that time, thankfully, my neighbor was also going home, so he saw me and he was like, hey, are you okay? And I ran up to him and I was like, no, this guy is following me. I just tried to help him go on the correct bus, and then he got off here at my stop instead. And he was like, so you don't know him? And I'm like, no, I only just met him like 20 minutes ago. I don't want him to follow me. So as soon as I went over to the other guy, my neighbor, like, that guy turned around and left in a hurry, like very quickly. And like, I was thanking my neighbor, we went back upstairs, like he lives in the flat next to me, and it was like, thank you so much, that was so scary. I wouldn't know what to do if my neighbor wasn't there, and it just really freaked me out. And these are things that, like, you try to be a good person and you see someone who's not from here and you try to help and say like, this is the bus, this is where you need to go, and I had shown him on the map like where he needed to get off exactly. And then like, that guy tries to follow me, and if I was by myself, if my neighbor wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened. And it's really scary, and it's not the first time that people have followed me, like from the tube or from the bus or things like that, and it's really scary. I think more people need to make this kind of videos so that we can tell what's happening, what's like happening on a daily basis to like lots of different women, and be able to like get all of that out there, like so that people know, so that it's not like, oh, like nobody gets harassed, that's a myth, or that's something that is very rare. It's not very rare, it happens all the time, and it has happened to me several times, and like it's really happening, and it shouldn't. It's really dangerous. It feels very scary, because now I don't want to help anybody else. Like if anyone asks me for directions, I'm not gonna give directions, because how do I know that this person is not going to take that in? I don't even know how you ask someone for directions and then take it in a way that you think that it's okay to follow them home. I don't know, I still haven't fully comprehended that, but I wanted to tell you and get the story out there. And I think if we get a lot of stories like that out there, it might help, it might make a difference, it might make people see that these are not rare incidents, they happen a lot. So if you do have incidents like that, and I would suggest that you make your own videos about that and post them and show the volume of how much this is happening. If you see someone in trouble, or you see someone being followed and they don't realize, like go up to them, and even if you don't know them, even if it's not like your neighbor, go up to them and say, hey, are you okay? Or like pretend you're friends and go and say, hey buddy, I haven't seen you in ages, and like kind of pull them out of that situation if you can. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much. I love you very much, and I will see you on another video that will be probably happier, but thank you.